Gas Network presents Sports for the Culture.
I'm here with the family.
Price, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Melo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
To the greatest sports show on the planet, La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what it is, man. Another episode of Gas Presents Sports for the Culture. We are live. I'm your host tonight, Young Rome 22 on all socials as always, man. We got another great show for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick it to the fellas. Let them introduce themselves. I'm gonna start with the resident New York fan, rocking his Yankees hoodie. Let him know what's going on, man.
I epitomize what the American culture epitomized. Even when you think we're down and out, baby, there's always hope. God bless America. Because we're right around Election Day. I think the next show, it is Election Day. So, hey, so let's go. Yankees.
Yeah, man. We're 1 week away from the election, in the middle of the World Series, middle of the NFL season. NBA just started. What a time right now. What a time. My guy, let him know what's going on.
What up, man? Scruff, top left. You feel me? He is risen. You feel me? I'll be risen on him, man. My Riz game is top tier, as the kids say, man. You feel me? He is risen. It's a little play on,
Jesus.
Yeah,
that's wild. That's wild. My kids are the only ones I know that use Riz.
So he tried to tell me it was blasphemous, and I said, nah. Jesus had the ultimate Riz game. Ultimate.
Where my son used to be with all the hoes. Facts. It's in the Bible.
Yes, that is.
All right, now you're crossing the line. All right, let's go.
Not crossing the line.
It's kind of factual, but I mean, let's stay on topic of the Bible, man. Let's jump in here with the Hail Mary. Let's start right there with that topic first. With my guy Jaden Daniels. Yeah, I know you guys like how that one came up. I know you saw it as well, man. This could have been the play of the year in the NFL. The Commanders, if you don't know, they beat the Bears with the clock on zero. Jaden Daniels runs around, throws a bomb. He gets tipped by Stevenson, who wasn't paying attention at one point, was talking trash to the fans, runs back over, tips the ball up instead of down, which is a critical mistake. Noah Brown in the perfect spot. What did you guys think of the play? No bias here. Like, how impressive was it? You don't see a Hail Mary get completed every day. Rank it with some of the other Hail Marys you have seen in recent memory as well. And I'll start with Scruff on this one.
Yeah, I would say it was pretty remarkable play. You don't get to really see Hail Marys at the end of the game for the game that are completed. Now, I'm not trying to shit on y'all, but like I did see a Hail Mary or like 2 weeks ago. That was at halftime though. But you know what I mean? But so it does happen, but yeah, it was a pretty crazy play. Shout out to Daniel scrambling, and dude for staying ready. He caught it, and it was good, it was good play. But that safety, man, that dude, I'm sure he's having a rough day today. Because like going through that film, you going to that locker room, you out there talking to the fans, you know what I'm saying? And then 3, 4, 5 seconds to play, and then he came in late and then tried to be a hero. And then he was actually the main one that spotted it up and then pushed it right to the dude. So it was like, dog, you should have just stayed over there talking to the fans, bro. You probably would have been better off. If he would have stayed over there, they probably wouldn't even got that joint. He was literally the difference of that play. And like, you know what I'm saying? Go back to my point from last week, man. God don't like ugly, man. That was some bullshit, bro. He was out there on some bullshit. He was talking shit to the fans. And God said, you know what? These Commanders fans, they've been through too much. Fuck it, man. We're going to give them one.
Right. Though.
I was like, okay.
You're not even wrong. You're not even wrong.
I was like, okay. People, but I'm actually, no shade, man. I see some people real happy about this. They're waiting for moments like this. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was a hell of a play, man. But yeah, I'll just leave it at that. It's a hell of a play.
Nah, I mean you got a great point though, man. When you think about Buddy talking trash to the fans 4 seconds into the play is honestly crazy. Like that's honestly wild. Like think about you go play a pickup game, bruh, and somebody just like on their phone while you're running the play, bro. Like that's crazy. Like you're talking about not
Thought the
locked
game
in.
was over.
Like wild. G man, what were your thoughts on the Hail Mary?
Oh, it was impressive, man, because your quarterback was managed to get away from the sack, scramble one more time, and like literally just said, "Fuck it, I gotta throw it up. I gotta throw it up." He didn't find no other option, and just it landed where it needed to land. It is one of those plays where it's just the flip of a coin. Wherever it goes, it's gonna go there. And it was just, oh man, it was just poor DB though. Like he got it back into the play, thought it was over for two times. Right before, he didn't think it was gonna happen, and then when we got into the play, he thought he see Daniels get sacked. Nope. And then he gets into it for the third time, and the third time it was just like, bruh, he bats it where it should have never been batted. But if we're gonna rank this one, it's still not impressive as the ones from Aaron Rodgers, because a lot of Aaron Rodgers deep Hail Mary came from behind the 30 mark. And this was like, I think he was at the 45 or the 50th when he threw
35.
this. Oh, it was the 35.
Eh,
Oh, damn, he
Yeah,
was
it was
still.
the 35 when he threw.
I'm putting it up there with all the best of the top ones because, like, you know what I'm
Nah,
saying? This was
bro.
for the game, man.
How
It was
about
for
the
the
one
game.
with D Hopkins and Kyle Murray? Where was that? Remember that one? When
I do remember the Kyler Murray one.
that one was impressive because
Kyler's got a couple of them, doesn't he?
But that's what I'm saying. With this one, it was impressive. But what made it a little bit more of the show is because what you got to see behind the scenes, where the fans are showing you.
Oh, they got a name for it. They got a name for it. That's iconic. You know it's iconic when they got a name for it. They calling it the Madhouse in Maryland.
Wow, that's what we're calling it now.
Nah,
It's
I
not
just
even
Googled.
catchy.
I googled the 10 most memorable NFL Hail Marys, and the article came up and said 10 most memorable Hail Marys in NFL history, including the Madhouse in Maryland.
That's wild. Oh,
Top
G
10.
tweaking out. Yankees must be wilding.
Yo, they got your boy Hakeem Nicks and Eli Manning on there.
Oh, okay. Eli did have a good one.
Eli had him. Eli had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, against the Packers in the original round of the
Oh, that
playoffs,
was during the
2011.
that playoff run.
Yeah, back when you was
Mhm.
Oh,
you
I
know,
remember that one. Yeah, that was cool. That was I think the second time he was over there in Lambeau. It was
Aaron
cold as
Rodgers
shit.
had some though. You right about that.
Now the one I remember that stands out to me is Russell Wilson. I think he was playing against the Packers. When the one it was a jump ball, they both came down with it, and the one ref was like interception, and the other ref was like touchdown at the same time. Like that shit was crazy.
So Aaron Rodgers does have 3 of the top 10 on this list. So
That's what I'm saying. Because Aaron Rodgers threw some of the craziest one.
I
Either
know you
because it
heard
was
because I see one of
playoff
these joints
supremacy
says Aaron Rodgers gets revenge on the Giants. Randall Cobb. Yeah, it
Nah,
was great play.
Rodgers be hitting them Hail Marys like they're regular.
Yeah, he need to say some Our Fathers these days, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The Jets are in the mud right now, man. They play again on Thursday on Halloween. It's probably gonna be super spooky for them. But as you can see, man, the Yankees going crazy right now. You know, G is one excited fan. He's got to be excited about something because they're avoiding the sweep right now. So you know, good for them. But let's keep it pushing in the NFL real quick. And I got to get y'all's thoughts on not Aaron Rodgers, but another AR and Anthony Richardson, man. So he did something that I don't think anyone's ever seen in pro football before, and he tapped out at the quarterback position. You know, he ran on a play. It looked like he got hit. It didn't look like he, was hurt or came up limping or anything like that. But he did tap his helmet and call for the backup QB to come in. He did end up, finishing the game and coming back in and all that. But to be honest, man, Buddy did look great leading up to tapping out. and then he tapped out, which is wild for the leader of the team to do. So I'm wondering what y'all think, man. We've all been on the team. You know, you all go out there, you ride for your guys, and tapping out ain't really part of that. So G, man, what are your thoughts on Anthony Richardson taking himself out the game?
I mean, it shows how much he really cares for the game. You know, we talk a lot about this when it comes to the NBA players, because the whole how they like to reserve these guys from injuries. These guys are a little bit more flashy. You know, they do a lot of more interviews. And compared to NFL guys, we don't say this about these guys because, you know, the risk and reward when it comes to playing in the NFL. But seeing him do this, and I know I said this in the pregame shows, like, yo, damn, like, the dude you subbed out is an old-ass Joe Flacco. And man, like, Joe Flacco should be the one doing this. And I said this before he even started in the NFL that I didn't like him. I hated the fact that people like to call him Cam Newton. I hated the fact that he came up with whatever hype he came out of Florida. I did not like it. I thought it was just premature. I was never a fan, and this just stamps it. Like, you guys are a running back quarterback. Literally, he prefers to run than to throw the ball. And then when he does throw the ball, he could throw a pretty nice deep pass. I'll give him that much. But to do what he did is just like, yo, you literally lost your job in the post-interview because you thought it was fun to say what you thought you could get away with. You could have lied to me, and I would have been okay with it. I'm like, it's a bit.
Yeah, to be fair, he took accountability. You know, he said he felt like he was too tired to go on the next play. Which, I mean, to be fair, if that's how you feel like you can't go, then you can't go. But the problem I would say with that is, to G's point, like, we look at these NFL players and typically you think, you know, they're in supreme shape, supreme athletes. Like, you know, you definitely don't see quarterbacks taking themselves out the game. You go through the snap counts, and barring an injury, I'm pretty sure every quarterback has played 100% of the offensive snaps. So Scruff, man, what are your thoughts on Anthony Richardson tapping out, and how would the Philly faithful respond if Jalen Hurts did such a thing?
He dealt with it with Ben Simmons, so I'm sure he
it's tough, man. You frame it like that, man. I mean, you got to understand the optics, man. I feel like that's where a lot of this stuff is rooted in. When I think about it, is the optics. You know, like, quarterback's supposed to be the leader of the team, so, like, you know what I'm saying, for him to step out the game, catch a breath, you know what I'm saying, it's a bad look, right? I get that. But here's my thing, though, man. Don't the receivers, like, you know, like, go off to the sideline in between after they, like, when Tyreek Hill runs a like a big, you know, 75-yard bomb, and then afterwards, you know what I'm saying, he might take the next play off, right? You know, catch a breather, sub him out. The running backs do it all the time. The defensive linemen rotate.
There's
you know
rotations.
what I'm saying? Yeah. It's funny about that, though. But, like, when the quarterback does it, it's unacceptable because the quarterback's almost, like, held to a higher standard or whatever. So it's, like, rooted in a lot of, like, you know, leader, like, nah, your leader's not supposed to take no time off or whatever. And I agree. He should have lied. You know what I'm saying? He should have got on there and he could have just said, like, you know what I'm saying, nah, man, you know, I was feeling, you know, something is, you know, whatever, something. Just say something else, bro. Just way too honest, bro. But I do feel like I do understand his notion of wanting to get out the game. It's a little bit of a double standard before the quarterbacks too, but it is what it is. It is what you signed up for. You are the leader of the football team. That is what it comes with. So yeah, I think for him to get benched for it though is kind of crazy, bro. It's kind of crazy, but like, optically speaking, it's a horrible look, man. Because he's a younger kid. He did just run like a 78-yard, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, the dude did have a right to be out of breath. Like, let's keep it real, bro. So I do feel like it's a little bit too harsh. The benching, I think, is a little bit too much, man. They better go right back to him next week. I mean, I get it if Flacco is going to ball out, but, you know, and I think that's another part of the optics. Because when you sub out for the 43-year-old guy, you know, it's been in the league for 25 years, then it's like, okay. Like, that's kind of crazy, bro. Yeah,
No, facts, man. And I think a part of the issue is Richardson didn't perform very well before he tapped out. I think he only completed like 6 or something passes in the first half. But the thing with Richardson, man, like he's benched now, right? And to your point, it might not be the most fair thing, but I think when you go up there and you say that you got tired and you give off the impression that you're out of shape, which 7-8 weeks into the NFL season, and granted, this is basically like his rookie season because he spent most of last season hurt, but you can't be, you know what I'm saying? You can't be tapping out in the middle of the season. Like they still got like what 10 games to go, like, and you're trying to make the playoffs and potentially go on a playoff run, like. You can't be tired now. That's a big red flag, especially for Indianapolis when you put a lot of chips on the table for Anthony Richardson.
I don't know, man. I feel like it's a lot of criticism from with all due respect. You know what I'm saying? I work out with G. That man, you take 90 seconds between every workout. You know what I'm saying? So my man can't get a breath. You know what I'm saying? And
But I'm not the one with the. You got to think about it too, right? The quarterback takes full responsibility when it comes to the win. They don't even care. No one talks about how a DB did an interception when it comes to a win, or how about a defensive end gets a sack when he needed to stop the game. Everybody credits the wins to the quarterback. So when you're talking about, why we're so hard on him, pause, for the fact that, it's the quarterback position. Like, you get all the praise, you get the biggest contracts,
Right.
you get all the glitz and glamour. So, yeah, you should be accounted for it. Because at the end of the day, right, when we talked about the head coach, we also talk about the QB that goes with the head coach. We give them both the credit. Like, think about the atmosphere, or think about the environment he set into the locker room. Like, well, if my QB could do this, think how many other guys don't think the same thing. You got guys that really depending on him to give him a new contract.
Yeah. He kind of giving me Kawhi Leonard kind of energy. You know what I mean?
At least Kawhi won something.
No, I mean, just in a sense of like, he want to take some plays off. You know what I'm saying? He just, I just think he could have lied, bro. I think there's two things he could have did. He could have lied, and then he could have fell and faked an injury.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
he was coming.
It's just he was too blatant with it.
He was coming off a hip injury, which originally that's what I thought. That's what I thought happened. I saw these reports late, and they were like, yeah, like he just took himself out the game because he was tired, and I was like, what? Like, to me, that's crazy. Like the president has kind of just been set, right? Like, I understand, like, there's like Joe Flacco's not really a running quarterback, right? Like Joe Flacco's not going to run no 70-yard play to be out of breath. But Lamar Jackson doesn't tap out of games. We haven't seen Jaden Daniels do it. Cam Newton didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, there's been other running quarterbacks who have done similar things that don't take themselves out the game. And to G's point, man, when you're making $40-50 million a year, it's kind of incumbent upon you to be out there for 100% of the snaps.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, man. It's about look. So the question is, does he stay benched, or is this like a punishment thing?
I think he stays benched because that offense moves so much better with a passing quarterback. Not for nothing, like he got lucky against Miami because Tua wasn't there, and then Houston takes care of them all the time. Like, it's like you stack the box on them, and it just you basically read that offense so easily for the defense. I think
that's a solid question. I think he might end up staying benched for now. Anthony Richardson is one of those rare players where it's like you tell people don't just watch the highlights. With him, you could just watch the highlights because outside of those few highlights, it's been terrible, right? Like he has not been good outside of the few splash plays that he's had, which have been impressive plays, but outside of that, he's been pretty bad, which is why he's found himself on the bench. I don't think it has as much to do with taking himself out. I think that's more for the fans and the media to eat up. I think the coaches are benching him because he's not moving the offense.
That's fair. I mean, I got Josh Downs in fantasy, and his best weeks have came with Joe Flacco. So I'm actually going to start him this week because
Yes, fantasy news. Definitely start Josh Downs. Even though last week he did good, but those are some fluke plays.
It was a fluke, man. But he been balling with Flacco though. Flacco know how to move it, and that's really what's the biggest thing they take away here is like athleticism is it's great, man. But like you got to have it here, man, and that's what Flacco got. That's why he's still better than Richardson. It's processing.
Nah, facts. And Richardson could get there for sure. If he gets there, he could be dangerous. Let's keep it pushing though, fellas. Man, it's Halloween season. Halloween's in a couple days. So in the spirit of Halloween, man, we're gonna switch up buy and sell this week, and we're gonna do trick or treat. So I'm gonna propose some questions, and y'all are gonna tell me if this team or this player is a trick or if it's a treat. Um, and let's start with the Steelers, man. Fresh off a Monday night win, we talk a lot about Russell Wilson on this show. Scruff famously said, man, that Russ was done, cooked, finito, over. These last two games would tell us otherwise, though. So is Russ just going on a run? This is going to be the first question. Is Russ just going on a run? Or what we seeing from Russ? Is this a trick or is this a treat? Is this the real thing? Are we buying or are we selling what we getting from Russ? Scruff, I'll start with you.
Man, I mean, it depends how you define it, man. I think it's a treat though. We're gonna keep it positive. It's a treat. Are they gonna win anything like a Super Bowl or AFC? No, but they might have a chance. Like they might be in the conversation. They might have an opportunity. They're gonna have a puncher's chance at it, and that's something with Pittsburgh. He's moved the needle for them. Typically, they are a 13, 14, 15, mid-teen scoring team. With Fields, they were hovering around 20 points per game. Last two games with Wilson, they're in the 30s. Pittsburgh doesn't score in the 30s. You know what I mean? Like average-wise, it's not like them. I do think that he moves the ball. The receivers are getting the ball. Pickens looks great. Harris looks good. You know what I mean? The only thing I will say is like when they get in the red zone, they got to do better. Fields was a good red zone fit for them just because he could run the ball. Wilson does not have the mobility that he used to have. But better to thrower, better. You can see the defense. Fields wasn't getting the ball to the receivers, man. He wasn't throwing the ball anywhere in this part of the field. He was only throwing the ball over here. So it's like something's missing there. But yeah, treat, but not like, maybe like a playoff team. Like, maybe they win a game in the playoffs.
That's fair. I would say it's definitely a treat, man. If you're a Steelers fan, you should definitely be excited. What Mike Tomlin is doing right now is once again historic, bro. We all know the saying, if you have two QBs, you have none. Mike Tomlin is putting that to bed. You know what I'm saying? He's done well with both QBs. And I think I wouldn't be surprised if he implements Justin Fields back into this, maybe in the red zone, to your point, Scruff. So we'll see what happens down the road. Gee, man, what do you think about the Steelers, though, man? Are they a trick or are they a treat?
Right now, I'm gonna say they're a trick. They're a trick because they haven't played no one in their conference in the division just yet. I think I need to see him how he's gonna look against the Browns defense and against the Ravens defense for me to be like, okay, these guys are legit. Because so far, these guys in the first two quarters, it's taking them a little while to start up. And it's like if you punch these guys in the mouth real hard, pause, in the first two quarters, let's say these guys are down like 15 points, it's gonna be a hard mountain for them to climb. And right now it's just like they played. They played against Dallas and then against the Giants with Russell. And both team offensively right now are in the dumps. None of these guys are really that explosive right now. So right now I want to say it's a trick. I think we got to preserve our judgment. I think until we see these guys play against the Browns and the Ravens, then I think that's when I could make my judgment on them and say, okay, man, these guys are going to either be contenders or pretenders. But right now, I think it's a trick. I think it is good to see you have a quarterback that could throw, I guess. And at least in case this guy gets hurt, you got a young guy behind that at least could try to do something for you guys. Because it wasn't like he lost 2 games.
Yeah, he was. I think he had them at 4-2. So you know what I'm saying?
So it's not bad neither. So I said let's reserve our judgment. Let's let these guys play against They're division rivals. And let's like, all right, man. But they at least have to play one game against the Browns and one game against the Ravens for us to crown these guys to be contenders or not.
That's fair. That's definitely a fair take. Let's keep it pushing though to the AFC West, man. And I want to get y'all's thoughts on Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos, man. Bo Nix got the Broncos, I believe, at what is it, 5-3 right now,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. Um, he's kind of gone under the radar, man. Not too much has been said about Bo Nix nationally, but they're winning games. Him and Sean Payton, they had a little back and forth on the sideline a few weeks ago, but they've been winning. So my question to you guys, obviously they're well behind the Chiefs, but will they make any noise for a wild card? Are they a trick or are they a treat? The Denver Broncos, G, I'm gonna start with you.
I'm gonna say that they're a treat. For the fact they have a legit defense. Sean Payton finally got himself a quarterback that he could put under the wing, someone that he could tell what to do. And basically his kind of guy. And we all have our kind of guy that we could dispute, but it's still we have a common bond, common understanding what we really want. I don't think that was something with Russ. I think he already found too much of prima donna. He didn't like that. He didn't like the way he came about things. But with a rookie, a rookie could mold and shape him how he wanted to be. Even though Bo Nix, what is he, like 25, I think? Because he was in the collegiate level for like a minute, right? Because he played both Kobe years, right?
Yeah, he a little older.
You get what I'm saying? And he's a rookie. I really never liked quarterbacks like this coming into the league, but there's something to look about because they always had a defense. We always say, if they just could get a quarterback, these guys would be legit. And now they have a quarterback. They have a decent run game, and they have a great defense. So I'll say this is a treat.
Scruff, what you think about the Broncos?
My heart tells me trick. They're a trick. They're doing well, but then I look around the AFC conference, and I see a lot of bad teams, man.
Yeah.
The Titans, the Jets, the Patriots, the Jaguars, the Raiders, the Browns, the Dolphins, the Bengals, the Colts.
Yeah, the Broncos really just got to compete with like the Colts. It's a 7 seed, so they could definitely make some noise.
Colts are the team right on the bubble of making it. 36% probability of making it at 4-4. The Chargers are currently a playoff team. They're not very good. The Broncos 5-3. That's a trick. Same record as the Ravens. Like that's crazy. I think the AFC is strong up top. Chiefs, Ravens, Texans, Steelers, and Bills. Everyone else sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a good way to look at it, man. Everybody else is below the bar, to be honest, right now in the AFC. But one more trick or treat real quick, man, and I think you guys are going to love it. It is my Washington Commanders, currently the number 2 seed in the NFC, man. Nobody saw this coming. I think if we were on the tapes, maybe me and Bryce might have seen this coming. But right now we're number 2 seed in the NFC. Is this a trick or is this a treat? Is this something that's sustainable? We've all seen what Jaden Daniels has been doing, young rookie phenom. Scruff, I'll start with you though. Commanders, trick or treat?
Right. It's a treat, but it's not like too much of a treat. It's like candy corn. You know what I'm saying? So everybody might not like it. It might have mixed reviews. It might not be exactly what you thought, but it is a treat. That's kind of what I'm saying with them. I would say I think they got right now. They looking like they got a good chance to hold on and make the playoffs. Although the NFC is not like the AFC at all. The lowest seed in the NFC, ironically, has the same record. Same amount of losses as the Commanders at 2 losses. So that's tough, man.
Right.
That means they could lose one game and be the last seed.
Yeah.
So it's very misleading. The Bears are right there, and that was one tip pass away from the Bears now being on the other side of that. So That's tough, man. And then you got the 49ers, you got the Buccaneers. As much as I want to hate on the 49ers, like I don't think that they're super done. Like I think they're still going to try to get in
Yeah,
the playoffs.
that division is
Um,
crazy right now. Everybody's 4-4, except I
all
think the
these
Rams
solid
3-4.
teams, all these solid teams, and then you can even throw the Cowboys in there, but like not really. But like 12, that's 13 good teams, decent teams in the NFC. So yeah, I think it's a treat, but be careful. Careful now. You know what I'm saying? Like you stepped the wrong way and you might be it might not
Yeah,
be.
I think for the Commanders, it's going to come down to them division games. This next half of the season is going to be very interesting because I think it's going to come down to the Commanders Eagles. Like you said, the Cowboys are they're pretty much out of it. I mean, but the rest of those teams you named could easily go on a run. Gee, man, Giants, they're definitely cooked. But my Commanders, trick or treat.
Trick, you guys don't beat no above 500 teams, man. Let alone, man.
What did
Y'all
we
beat a
just
bunch
beat an
of
above 500 team
man, y'all
last
beat the
week,
bum
bro?
ass Bears. Bunch of bums over there, man.
Bears also haven't had no division games.
Exactly. Matter of fact, man, wait until you guys play a divisional, man. I'm gonna say the same thing I said about the Steelers. I'm gonna say about you guys. You gotta face the Eagles, face the Cowgirls. And then
You guys don't count.
I mean, we about to go we about to go tied up. We about to go 1-for-1 this season, so it don't matter.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Nah, so
You
here's
don't
the
you don't
thing.
believe that?
I
Here's
do
the
believe
thing.
that.
They're gonna beat the Giants, but like I wouldn't be surprised if the
No, they
Giants.
wouldn't.
I wouldn't be surprised if maybe the Giants made that an interesting game. You never know.
Man,
Yeah,
we lost
I can
because
see
a
that.
stupid ass coach couldn't call up for a fucking kicker. That's why we lost that stupid ass game. I think we're the only team that just
Hey,
ended up a
Malik
dub.
Neighbors did cook. He did cook in week 2.
Like,
If we can't contain him, then I can see that. But
dub.
there's no way the Giants are gonna get this dub this week. Trust that.
Probably not, but there's still like 4 or 5 games that are still on your schedule that y'all could lose.
Potential. I'm more concerned about the divisional games. Getting the division, because to your point about how thick the NFC is, pause. Getting the divisional win or winning the division, I think is the best path into the playoffs.
Bro, your next 4 games, you're about to go through some shit. You got the Steelers after the Giants, you got the Eagles, and then you got the Cowgirls.
Like I said, I'm really just worried about them division games. As long
So
as we
this
can get
whole
the Eagles and the Cowboys, then I'm straight. Split with the
keep
Eagles sounds good to me.
once November hit, you're gonna be sick.
That last 3 games gonna be tough too, bro. Because y'all gonna have it's gonna be y'all better Christmas the New Year's you gonna be clenching, bro. You're gonna be sitting there like hoping you're gonna be like,
You're right.
oh
We will be
shit.
clinching the division.
No, y'all gonna be clenching. Y'all be clenching
The
y'all ass cheeks
division.
because y'all gonna be worried as hell. Y'all gonna be on the edge of y'all seats.
Hey, I
Week
can't wait, man.
16, Eagles, 17, Falcons, 18, Cowboys. That's gonna be murder's row for you guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, but the way the season is going and the way this team is looking, I don't think those teams are very excited to play the Commanders either.
You know what y'all playing right now? Like Commanders fans in y'all head, y'all playing that song. Yeah. Ain't no stopping us now. That's how y'all moving. Yeah, y'all feel me? Y'all feeling good. Y'all got nothing stopping
Hey,
y'all.
man,
Y'all got that
I
Hail
can't lie.
Mary.
After that Hail Mary, man, I'm feeling like
You
a
on
kid
the roof.
again. Hey, all right, man. Let's keep it pushing though. G man, let's talk about your Yankees real quick, bruh. Like y'all, you were very hyped going into this series, bruh. And I know you're feeling good tonight. We can get in that in a second. But you were very hyped going into this series, talking this and that, laying out all these bets. And it's all just been one big flop, bruh. It's just been one big flop. Outside of the night, man, the Yankees have been trash, terrible. The brooms were out. The brooms were out tonight, bro. Y'all put them away,
But put
thankfully.
them shits
But
back in your fucking back in your pantry or wherever the fuck y'all use brooms at, man. I don't believe that shit in New York. That's why we got mad rats out here.
what is going on, G? What is going on? Y'all told me Aaron Judge was this and that. That's what I see out of Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman hitting a home run every game. That's what you told me Aaron Judge was. So what's going on with your Yankees? Are they gonna do what's never been done and come back down 3-0 in the World Series? Because that's never happened.
I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm not even gonna discuss it like that. All I'm gonna say is Aaron Boone fucked us in game 1, pause, by taking out Cole. I believe Cole only pitched 88 pitches. He took him out in the 6th. Should at least kept him to the 7th, to the 8th inning, because he was having a good game. Especially when you come out later on to tell us, yeah, this guy isn't coming back unless there's a game. Well, if there was a game 6 or 7. So to take him out early was a mistake. Even Ed Capitan said it. And Judge he's been a no-show, and this is a damn shame. Everybody, and then the rest of the lineup, they finally starting to wake up, and it's good to see them tonight that they won. But I'm still not satisfied. For all the Yankees fan that paid over $1,300 for tickets for nosebleed, I think for the Yankees to repay us, they got to give us a game 7. I don't even care if we win this World Series.
Okay.
I just want a game 7. Give me a game 7. Give me something
Look,
to look forward to.
Originally, I said Dodgers in 7. I don't think it's going 7 now. I'll take Dodgers in 5 now. I think, you know what I'm saying, it's over.
The one thing that we got over the Dodgers is a bullpen. And if our bullpen can hold it together, if all we just have to do is just stay the fuck away from Freeman, stay the fuck away from him, because we could play against bats. Look at Otani's. Where the fuck has Otani been? No one talking about him.
He's been all right. He hasn't been dominant, but he's been all right.
No.
He hasn't needed to be. He's gotten on base, and Freddie's gotten him home. That's all that needs to happen.
All I'm saying is these aren't the Dodgers that went against the Mets. I think they were averaging over 7 runs per game. Against the Yankees,
they smoked y'all 4. Game 2, bro. Game 2 and 3, they smoked y'all.
No, game 3. Besides game 3, everything else has been 4 runs. That's all. You only lost by 1 or 4 runs.
I watched the games, bro. Y'all were not looking good. Y'all were not. Y'all were hanging in there by a thread in all those games.
That they fucking pitched to Freeman. I don't know why you walk Mookie Betts. That made no sense in my opinion.
Yeah. Freddie didn't like that. That was disrespect.
Besides that grand slam, they haven't scored more than 4 points.
I mean, y'all aren't going to score 11 on them every night either, though.
We're going to score 5 from here on out. Because if all they can score is 4, we're going to score 5 and better. I'll tell you that.
Scruff, man. I know you're not the biggest baseball guy, but I do know one thing, man. You are not a fan of them Yankees. So what are your thoughts on this World Series so far?
They ain't showing up, man. They're showing up too late. You feel me? And typical Yankee shit. You feel me? They playing again. They lost a couple games by a few runs, and then they gonna pound town the 10 runs like in one game. Like that's gonna get them back in the series. That don't mean shit, bro. That's just one game. So like, is that encouraging? Sure. Is it gonna get you guys to World Series championship? Probably not. 3-1, 3-0. Has that ever happened? Has anyone ever come back from that?
In the World Series, no. But the last team to come from a 3-0 deficit, and I hate to say it, the Red Sox with Manny, David, and Pedro.
Yeah, against y'all.
Against us. That's why I said I hate to say it.
That's why it's not gonna happen, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And you can act like, you know, these were close games because they only scored 4 runs, but y'all weren't really in them, and it's gonna go back to LA, and I just don't see the Yankees getting it back to the East Coast, man. If y'all get it back to the East Coast, maybe we see a game 7.
It's over in the East Coast. Remember, it's 2 over there, 3 here, and the last 2 over there.
So that's right. This next one is New York.
Yeah, Wednesday's the last time in New York. Then we head over to LA Friday and Saturday.
All right, I'll go Dodgers 6. I'll go Dodgers 6. Y'all might get that one more.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to do that on the road, bro. But if they did do that, man, that would be some like all-time iconic shit, bro. But the chances are not in your favor, bro.
Not at all. You got to get 2 in a row in LA. That's crazy.
Nah, not happening. Cholos, it's about to be LA Dodgers party out in LA, game 6. You feel me?
Yeah, best of luck with that one, G.
I don't fuck with the Yankees, man. So just little known fact, man. The New York Yankees were the last professional organization to have a non-white, basically a colored player on the team. The last team, the Dodgers, as you know, the first team. Feel me? So yeah, I stand for the progressive team.
Yeah, but who got more rings? That's all we care about. That's all I give a fuck about.
Hey, nah,
Yeah,
we care about who's about to get the ring right now, and that's LA, bro.
And that's
That's
fucking
LA,
us,
the Dodgers.
fucking Yankees. I can't
Uh,
I'm
wait.
glad.
Wait till
I'm
that
glad you enjoyed this one though, G. Y'all deserved at least one win.
Come here that Tuesday. I'm gonna be real ignorant, super ignorant. And not a goddamn thing y'all can tell me.
Hey, I got a feeling next Tuesday a lot of people are gonna be super ignorant. Any
Oh, that is very true. That is
any
very true.
anything else y'all want to get off before we get out of here tonight, man?
Oh yeah, the Knicks. Sorry ass Knicks.
Oh yeah, any NBA reactions,
Knicks
man?
people told me about. What happened to Cat?
It's
Cat's looking like
it's still early, man. It's still early.
Anthony Edwards.
Overreaction, early one. Timberwolves look great, man. Julius Randle's a way better fit for that team, bro, than Cat was. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even a shade to Cat, man. Just a good basketball fit. I think him and Anthony Edwards. I like what they got going on over there. So I like the Wizards. I mean, Wizards. I like the Timberwolves.
Yeah, man. I think the Lakers are gonna go on a nice little run this year. You know what I'm saying? That's my
yeah. I think JJ's done a good job.
yeah. I was gonna say I like what JJ is doing with the Lakers, man. There's something about him as the coach. I like the vibe that they're putting out. I think they might actually do something this year.
Yeah, I like what I'm saying. I like what I'm saying from them. Definitely promising. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Man.
Yeah, Anthony Davis looking like a stud right now. What is he averaging?
Davis looks good. Reeves looks good. You feel me? They look good.
Yeah, what they saying about Steph Curry? I heard he got hurt.
Yeah.
How bad was it?
I mean, he on the sideline, so I don't think it's too bad.
Oh, he got hurt tonight?
No, like last week, couple
nights
ago.
Oh, okay. Nah, he's probably straight, bro. You know how that man is.
How's Mr. Two Guns Up? How he's looking?
Who, Ja?
Yeah.
He was going crazy on some assists the other night.
He got hurt too.
Oh my goodness.
But it's something minor stuff.
How about our boy Wimby? He looking good again, or he's like slow start again?
I don't know. I ain't really.
I know he fucked up my parlay the other night. He fucking didn't get one more assist. That's all I needed.
Duh, here we go again.
It's all about the parlays, I know.
Oh yeah, the average. He could do a little better than that.
Nah, I think Boston also, man. I don't know if this is an overreaction or not, but they're looking like they're ready to repeat. They're definitely looking like they're ready to be back in the championship. I think T was the one that put that out there a couple weeks ago, but he's looking spot on right now. Boston, they look serious.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, damn. Well, they did kick the Knicks' ass. I remember that one. Oh, did Giannis play that game versus the Bucks? Oh, he did. Wow, he they've
been losing. They beat the Sixers and then they've been losing ever since.
How your boys look like? Did any of those? Did your new guy PG? Did he play yet?
Nah.
I know. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget. Right now, Bryce is gonna tell us that the Wizards are playoff contenders because they're 1-2. And right now, that's the only reason why he's not in the show right now, because he's watching Wizards ball. I don't know what's wrong with that man. If y'all know anybody that's a Wizard fan that's talking that yada yada blue boo, just call for help. Call the Bryce hotline.
I saw they beat the Hawks the other night, man. Like the Wizards, though, bro. Like them 2 games they lost, those were barely even competitive. Yeah. Terrible. Nah, I'm excited to see where the NBA goes from here, though, man. Y'all got anything else y'all want to get off?
Nah, man.
All right. Well, y'all know how we end every show, man. Sports for the culture.